Benjamin Sesko is becoming the biggest focal point of the summer 2025 transfer window as the Premier League giants, Manchester United and Newcastle, engage in a fierce battle to secure the young striker's signature. This isn't just a blockbuster transfer. The clash between the two clubs clearly reflects their strategic ambitions and rebuilding directions in a new era. Sesko is facing a career-defining choice: join a tumultuous Manchester United or align with Newcastle, an emerging force rising in Europe. The 2020-25 season brought much disappointment for Manchester United, finishing outside the top 4, even the top 15, marking their worst performance in Premier League history, and, of course, failing to secure a Champions League spot. One of the key reasons for their lag behind rivals was the clear decline of their attack. Over 38 Premier League matches, the Red Devils scored only 44 goals, averaging about 1.15 goals per game, the worst record among the Big Six. Missed opportunities, uninspired attacks, and poor finishing cost Manchester United crucial points. The brunt of the criticism fell on Rasmus Højlund, who was heavily expected to shine after his high-profile signing in the summer of 2023. However, the Danish striker managed only a few goals domestically and struggled to adapt to the new tactical system under manager Ruben Amorim. As a result, Manchester United is targeting Benjamin Sesko as a comprehensive solution. With his height, goal-scoring ability, breakaway speed, and effective pressing, Sesko is seen as the perfect fit for Amorim's 3-4-2-1 formation. Moreover, he would receive strong support from two-quality wingers, Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, alongside captain Bruno Fernandes playing behind him. With untapped potential, Sesko is both a signing for the present and a long-term investment Manchester United can place faith in. The Benjamin Sesko transfer saga is the centerpiece of the summer 2025 window, with Premier League giants Newcastle and Manchester United locked in a relentless race to sign the Slovenian striker. The situation has grown even more intense as both clubs have offered near-identical fees. Newcastle was the first to raise the stakes, initially submitting an €80 million bid, including €70 million upfront and €10 million in add-ons, which was rejected. They followed up with a second offer of €90 million, comprising €80 million in installments and €10 million in add-ons, a figure RB Leipzig was very pleased with but didn't rush to accept. As Manchester United soon entered the fray, the Red Devils submitted an €85 million proposal to the German club, including €75 million in transfer fees and €10 million in add-ons. Thus, the offers are closely matched, differing by only about €5 million. The rest depends on Sesko's own desires. Newcastle took the lead in the race by approaching RB Leipzig early, with Alexander Isak attracting interest from Liverpool. The Magpies have made it clear they need a quality replacement if they lose their Swedish star. With his potential and a record of 21 goals in 45 matches last season, Sesko is seen as the ideal choice to ensure continuity in Eddie Howe's attack. However, Manchester United isn't standing idle. After learning of Newcastle's formal offer, the Red Devils quickly responded with a comparable bid, showing their determination not to lose the target to a direct rival. Both clubs have reached preliminary personal agreements with Sesko. While the striker is currently training separately to prepare for a potential move and will make his decision in the coming days, the situation puts RB Leipzig in a strong position. They're in no hurry to finalize the deal, leveraging the competition between the two clubs to drive the price as high as possible while maintaining control of the transfer till the last moment. In terms of pros and cons, Newcastle holds a significant advantage with their Champions League qualification, a stable squad, and a clear playing style. However, if Isak stays, Sesko would face direct competition for a starting spot, which could make him hesitate. Conversely, Manchester United lacks Champions League football but boasts global prestige, a storied history, and, most importantly, a readiness to clear the way for Sesko to be the undisputed number 1 striker. Manager Ruben Amorim has full authority to rebuild the team according to his vision, and Sesko is a strategic piece in that overhaul. As of now, Manchester United has spent over €153.2 million in the transfer market. First was the €74.2 million signing of Matheus Cunha from Wolverhampton, a dynamic and versatile number 10 expected to orchestrate play behind the striker. Next was Bryan Mbeumo, signed for €75 million from Brentford, a versatile winger with speed, dribbling, and excellent pressing. Now, as they close in on Benjamin Sesko, Manchester United's leadership sees him the final piece to complete. Their new attacking trio, their transfer strategy is far from random, aligning closely with Ruben Amorim's football philosophy, particularly his 3-4-2-1 system. This formation demands high-intensity movement, second-line coordination, and a pivotal role for the striker. Sesko, with his speed, pressing, and finishing, is considered the ideal striker for this setup. When fielded, Manchester United's attack would feature Sesko as the focal point, backed by Cunha and Mbeumo, with Bruno Fernandes playing high-in. Midfield to support creativity and control the tempo, Sesko's arrival would signal the end of Højlund's long-term role. Despite the heavy investment in him, the Danish striker has failed to meet tactical demands and is now on the market. Though Højlund has expressed a desire to stay and fight for his place, Manchester United's leadership is ready to let him go for around £30 million, far less than what they paid. However, former Manchester United defender Michael Owen believes the Red Devils should keep Højlund even if Sesko joins. Marcus Rashford is gone, and there aren't many strikers left. Joshua Zirkzee is a different type of forward. He doesn't run in behind defenses, he's a unique player for specific matches. But no, you need competition, you need quality. So I wouldn't rush to let Rasmus Højlund go if Sesko signs. Absolutely not. Under Eddie Howe's leadership, Newcastle has regained its image as a competitive force in the Premier League, laying the foundation for a long-term, ambitious project. Securing a Champions League spot was a major turning point, showcasing the Magpies' remarkable progress over the last 2 seasons. Eddie Howe remains committed to his playing identity, prioritizing homegrown and young players while building the squad around pillars like Nick Pope, Sven Botman, Bruno Guimaraes, and Anthony Gordon is stable core in both performance and age. However, to sustain their progress, Newcastle knows they need a quality addition to their attack, especially with Isak in Liverpool's sights. If the Swedish striker leaves, the team would lose their primary goalscorer. Additionally, Callum Wilson is past his peak, has been plagued by injuries, and left the club this summer. Thus, Benjamin Sesko emerges as the perfect replacement, tall, fast, technically improving, and well-suited to the Premier League and Eddie Howe's playing philosophy. The race for Benjamin Sesko's signature between Manchester United and Newcastle is entering a critical phase, with several scenarios possible in the coming days. The first scenario sees Manchester United winning by selling Rasmus Højlund, clearing space and boosting their budget to quickly finalize a deal with RB Leipzig. With their determination to overhaul the squad under Ruben Amorim, securing Sesko would complete their attack. Conversely, if Newcastle takes the lead, they will likely sell Isak to Liverpool, with Sesko stepping into the Swedish striker's role. A third scenario involves Leipzig prolonging the deal until the last moment, creating a bidding war to maximize the transfer fee by capitalizing on the competition between the 2 English clubs. For Sesko, this is a career-defining decision. Choosing Manchester United means betting on their history, global stature, and a guaranteed role as the #1 striker. Opting for Newcastle offers immediate Champions League football and a chance to join a stable, forward-thinking system with long-term potential. Meanwhile, Leipzig remains in control, waiting for the bolder and wealthier move. For Sesko, choosing between Old Trafford and St. James Park will be a pivotal moment, shaping his career and his potential to become one of Europe's top stars in the years ahead.